Hey everyone, super excited to show you guys this new update for Roho. It is by far the biggest update yet. Tons of new, extremely powerful features. So I'm just going to get right into it. So first off, you guys will see that I've polished up the UI, added a few things that you can change here, including the response time. So this is how long the bot is going to leave that message in the message queue. You can turn it all the way up to 2 minutes. Usually keep it around 10-15 seconds, but I'll put it at 1 for the sake of this demo. So you can see we've had the API keys password protected now, and so alright. Moving on to the chatbot, where I've added a ton of features. First, again, you can see the UI is consistent, so the general info, just the name, business type, website, call to action link. So it's no longer just a calendar link, right? You can really have it be whatever. You can have it be a sign up link, a link for your real estate listings, in this case. But moving on. So the FAQs, this is a huge feature that I've added. It makes training your bot and writing your prompt a lot easier. So this is where most of the data that you're going to train your bot is coming out of. So you can see I have things like, how can I join the Roho real estate team as an agent, right? What are the fees associated with selling? How can I stay up to date, right? Pretty much anything you can think of, put in here, because this is going to be super helpful when it comes to the conversations. All right. I've also added character limits to all of these fields so that you guys don't exceed the prompt character limit, which is also a big improvement. Moving on, we have the qualification or the script tab over here. So this is going to be your qualifying questions and all of the information that your bot is going to gather out of these conversations. So you can see I have it starting off with asking the lead if they're interested in buying a home, right? You always want to have your first script step or qualification question be the same as your intro message. So if your intro message says something like, hey, are you still interested in purchasing a home? You would want the first step to be ask the lead if they're interested in buying a home. Next, we're going to ask them what their budget is. Make sure to confirm the number, confirm if it's 100,000, million, etc. Third, we're going to ask them their timeline, how soon they're looking to move, right? After that, we're going to ask them what area, city and state, must get both. Then we're going to ask them how many bedrooms, ask them any other requirements, and then kind of wrapping up, we're going to ask them if they're open to receiving a few listings that we have available, and then after that, make sure the bot actually sends them those listings. So you got rohorealestate.com, right? Okay, so that's the script / qualifying questions. Over here, this is what I now call the brief. Call this a brief now, right? Because most of the data and the information the bot is pulling from is really coming from the FAQs now. So this is kind of just an introduction to the business itself for the bot, because right, you want to talk to the bot like it's an employee, like it's a real person. So I said, hey Cullen, welcome to Roho Real Estate. You'll be helping us find out more about what kind of homes our leads are looking for. Make sure to get all the info and then send them a link where they can view some of our listings. And now here, right, same as always, we have the intro message. So this is going to send out in the very beginning, or a variation of this, right? This is dynamic. So of course we have a place for you to test your bot, right? Nothing crazy, just a little interface for you guys to test that out. So that's always good. And this is probably, definitely the most insane feature that I've added. So let me explain this to y'all. Finding values from text, right? Custom fields, custom values. You can actually define your variables for your AI, and then it will actually pull the values out of the conversation and save them as custom fields. If the custom field doesn't exist, it'll actually create the custom field and then save it. So if you look at all these names, they're all lowercase, one string of characters, no spaces, right? A variable name. So right here we have budget, and you can, choose a type. So I said whole number. So the type is basically what kind of field it's going to be. So a number field, the AI is basically going to extract, even from plain language, from the text, right? If someone says 500K, even if they write out the words 500K, it's going to pull that out as 500,000. And then you give a description of the variable. So this one is the budget the lead is looking to spend on a new house. This is a whole number, no decimal points, so include all the zeros. All right, next we got interested in buying. And notice this type is a true false. And the description is whether or not the lead is interested in buying a house. And then something about the true false, guys, when it actually returns as true, it'll add as a tag, which is a pretty cool feature. So any true false variable value that you guys define, when the AI returns that is true, it'll actually be added as a tag. So you can automate based off of the interested in buying tag or the field. You can see I've got the timeline, which I have as a decimal, right? Define that timeline the lead is looking to move / purchase a home in months. Searching city, searching state, number of bedrooms, extra requirements, interested in selling, etc. Okay. So let's save that. And now I'm going to give you guys a quick demo. But before we do that, the most or the coolest part about this update, it's actually something that I have not seen anybody else implement yet. And I stayed up for a long while figuring this out, right? But I've actually added custom workflow steps, so your users and you guys can use Roho and use these powerful AI tools that I've developed extremely easily. And not only that, you can actually white label them. So that's one of the testing ones. But for you guys, it'll be AI tools, and you have the AI chatbot, and you can now send AI voice messages as a step. So if we click on this, right, you can see it has the reply channel. So you can choose from all your reply channels, and then the incoming message. So you always want this to just be message body, right? That's just basically passing in the most recent message to the AI. But a huge feature that I've added, guys, custom workflow steps. Really awesome feature, but get into that in a bit. Alright guys, really quick. Another thing really quickly, guys, if you go to app.roho.ai, I'm now making a lot of changes to that. So this is going to be, I guess, the dashboard for you all to log in here, right? So log in, and if you forgot your password, got that set up, right? So you can manage all your users right here. Support videos, still working on that, but I'll have those inside of app.roho.ai shortly. And then billing. So if you need to add more voice credits, more lead searches, or if you want to change your plan, right? And then settings. So this is where you can grab all those links. I'm going to be working on this today probably. But really quickly, if you guys want to add those custom workflow steps, so these are available to Roho founders right now. Just press this, copy, enter, and it'll bring up this page right here. You can see I've named it AI tools, so you guys can white label it, right? Nothing about Roho on there. This won't show up there. And all you're going to do is press install, and then search for the sub accounts that you want to add it to. So if you want to add it to, maybe snapshot sample, right? All you got to do, click it, and it's in there. So again, app.roho.ai under settings, copy this, paste, install, and then you're going to search for your sub account. So super simple. AI bot with a keyword. So I made a workflow super simple, right? Just a keyword, check for an inbound Instagram DM. Make sure it matches the exact phrase. So this is actually going to trigger our workflow here. So if you guys have ever seen, those Instagram influencers with their bio, they say DM me, right? DM me test, DM me some keyword, right? Okay. So you see it's starting off with our intro message in our script. Are you still interested in buying a house in the near future, right? And say yes, I am actually. All right, and then it says that's great to hear. Can you just share your budget for the new home? Just want to make sure I have the right information. Yeah, sure. Looking to spend. Right, sticking to the script, gathering all of that information. And what's really unique about this, guys, is it's actually extracting that data, that value as a custom field, as a variable, as a number actually. So you can really do a ton of automation. You can do numerical comparisons, right? You can do greater than, right? So you can have an if else, if budget is less than 500,000, right? Okay. How soon are you looking to move? Probably 3 or 4 months. And another really crazy thing about this is the AI is actually processing this language and turning it into those variables, right, by itself. Normally, if you want to extract some sort of variable from text, you'd have to use something like regex, regular expressions, right? So for an email, you would look for a string of characters, then an @ symbol, because there's always an @ symbol in an email, then another string of characters, then a dot, right? With this, the AI can actually understand this natural language and convert it. So you can see it's actually saying, okay, 3 to 4 months. Now it's going to ask us which city and state. Atlanta, Georgia. But overall, this is just an extremely powerful tool, right? There's so many opportunities as well for this technology. So many opportunities, possibilities. All right. Okay. It's continuing, right? And if we refresh here, you guys will see something pretty cool going on. So, okay, so we have our standard, our intro, our qualifying tags, but this one right here is our custom interested in buying that we had as a true or false. So after the first intro message, after it confirmed we were interested in buying, it actually added that tag, okay? While we're looking, would you be open to sending you a few listings we have available? Sure, go for it, right? Sticking to the script. And if we go here, you can actually see, right, it's saved our budget as a whole number, 550,000. And remember, up here I said 550K, and it was able to interpret that and then save it as an integer value, which is crazy, right? Over here we have our true or false value, which has been saved as true. In our timeline, which I defined as months, remember I said, okay, this is our timeline in months. And I said, what did I say? 3 to 4 months, right? So it's saved as 3. And then Atlanta, okay. Bedrooms, let's see. Right, and then of course the number of bedrooms has been saved, and then the extra requirements, big backyard. And by default, right, it's going to set any custom fields that it hasn't found yet to the default, which is either false, 0, or an empty string. So as you can see here, right, it's finished our script. So it says I'll send you a few listings that match your preferences. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website for more options. And another very, very useful feature is if we go back to conversations, you can see that it's actually sent the information to me over text. So new lead, 7:52 a.m. Name, Colin Anthony. Budget, timeline, 3 months. City, right? Didn't grab the state. Number of bedrooms, 4. Extra requirements, big backyard. And then we have the notes that are actually going to be sending in this lead notification now. So it says ask the lead about budget, timeline, location, and preferences. Lead is open to receiving listings. So this is all happening automatically. There's really nothing else like this that's, conversating on this level, and at the same time saving all of these values as the actual data types, right? Or the types. So it's saving them as numbers, strings, true or false values. So this is super, super powerful. Let's go back, right? And this is all happening with our custom workflow steps that I've just finished setting up, right? So we have the drop down, Instagram. So this is really all that you need, right? Generate an AI message. So we're going to do the send AI voice message. Right. All right, and then here we go.
Hey, this is a test of the new Roho custom workflow step.
So it is super, super simple to send your AI voice messages now, right? You can add them to any workflow. It makes it a lot easier. No more having to, make templates and tags. You can add them directly into those workflows right there, right? And it shows up just like this on your phone. Let's see. Right? Can't miss it. They're going to click on it and play it every time. So hope you guys like this new update. It's been working on it, tirelessly nonstop. Right? If you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out in the Slack. I'll be recording a lot of support videos now and tutorials today since the app is pretty much ready to go. I guess the past couple of weeks I've been working a lot on coding and kind of getting everything set up. I appreciate everyone's feedback. Definitely is super helpful. But appreciate you guys and all the support. So yeah.